Hi guys, it's Kyarko here, back with another speed build. Today we're finishing up our haunted manor. So today we're doing the interior of the manor. Yesterday we did the exterior of the manor, so go check that out if you're curious about how I put together this house. And yeah, let's jump right into it. So I mentioned this in the last video, but basically this house, especially the interior, is very much inspired by Luigi's Mansion, as well as the Haunted Manor ride from Disneyland. So look this up if you're curious as to, where I got my inspo from. But basically, the general idea, or like the general aesthetic I was going for, I wasn't trying to do like a super like screaming bloody murder, like murder house. It's more supposed to be like a fun, kind of like adventurous explore, like, oh, there's poltergeists and ghosts and creepy things. Kind of like a Ghostbusters feel a little bit. It's definitely more of a fun vibe than a, you're gonna get murdered in here vibe, you know what I mean? But yeah, so as we move along, I'll tell you guys what I was thinking for all these different, things I was putting in. I had a lot of different ideas about, what can make this house particularly scary, and like stories behind like why it's haunted and who's haunting it, and etc. So let's get right into it. So basically we're on the second floor right now. You can see the way I set it up is like we have this long hallway that has like these turns on the end, which I thought would be like really creepy if you're up there and you have like this long hallway ahead of you. You don't know what's at the end of it. But we'll see that more later on, and you'll be able to see more clearly what I was going for in the screenshots. But on the first floor here, I'm just trying to put in all my flooring. We're gonna pick out wallpapers in a minute, but basically all our floors are gonna have like this like weird green texture to it. Just like I think this texture was originally supposed to be like a water damage leak, but for me I was trying to imagine that it was like I don't know, like poltergeist juice. That sounds so gross, but like, kind of Ghostbusters inspired, like a lot of like goo and creepy ghost things and stuff like that. And our color palette is very colorful, surprisingly, for a haunted house. But we kind of have like these dark, rich, Halloween-y looking colors, like we have this like blue and yellow and like this purpley red and this green. Like I said, definitely Luigi's Mansion inspired slash like Disney's Haunted Manor inspired. And I feel like they kind of have similar colors going on here. And I feel like these are just like classic Halloween movie colors, like in the Disney sphere, like very fun, spooky colors. Anyways, that's a little bit confusing, but you'll see as we go along what I was kind of going for. We also have an attic, which we will decorate later. I think the attic is one of the last things we do. Obviously I had to have an attic because attics are, prime creepy spaces. But anyway, so let's get started with decorating. So the first room we're gonna do is the room that you first walk into. So I really like the idea of people having like multiple choices of where they would go in every single room, so in that way it's almost like a choose your own adventure as you're going through. So in this room, in the first room, you have three choices the moment you walk in. So either you go straight forward through the door into the house, or you go up the left staircase, or you go up the right staircase. That being said, both staircases go up to the same place, but the idea is that you would get three choices. And you'll see as we go along, pretty much every room kind of has, well, not every room, but most of the rooms as you move through have multiple choices as to where you could go. I was trying to figure out this weird like roofing problem I was having up here, because I wanted that like area to be open so I could like hang a big light, but there was like there's a weird problem with roofing, so I had to like scrap that idea. But ignoring that, we're back in the main entrance. You're gonna see a lot of chandeliers. They're pretty much a chandelier in like literally every room here. So I hope you guys like chandeliers because there's a lot. But chandeliers are like prime spooky lighting, so I absolutely had to include them. But yeah, there's curtains on the windows. Obviously, we got all these like scratch marks and like dilapidated, textures on the wall. We're gonna put in some creepy sculptures. So maybe these sculptures like watch you, like maybe the eyes move as you walk by them, or maybe they can be like possessed by ghosts, and then the ghosts can like speak through the sculptures or something. I don't know. I thought that'd be like a fun, creepy idea. And then we're gonna put in like some little lighting details on the wall. A lot of candles in this build. I don't think I have like pretty much any practical lighting sources, or not practical, like light bulbs and stuff, or maybe I do, I don't quite remember. Most of it is all candles, and you'll actually see we have a lot of family photos throughout this build. So like against this wall here, we're gonna have some old-timey family photos on the wall. So there's obviously like a backstory here, right? Like there's something going on with like why this house turned out like this and who the ghosts are, and why they're haunting this house and etc. I don't have like the full story formed in my mind. I know it has something to do with like a family living here. I don't know what happened. So this is a really fun prompt for you guys. I feel like, please let me know, what is your idea? What happened here? Who are these ghosts? Who is this family? Why are they haunting? How did they die? What is the creepy story here? I feel like I'm so excited to read the comments on this video because it's basically just gonna be like my reading time where I can just read all your ideas and really cool stories. So please share any ideas you guys have. Get your creative juices flowing, you know? Let's think about this. Let's come up with a creepy horror story here. But anyways, now we're in the dining room. So when you enter the dining room, again, you have 3 more choices. So you can go through any one of those archways, or you could turn back and leave. But I really like that idea of, having multiple choices wherever you go, so that you could, you could get lost in this house. You never know where you're gonna go next. I feel like this dining room you could definitely get lost in, just because like you have all these like other arches around you, and you'll see in a second we end up putting in like a lot of mirrors around this room, so it could definitely be disorienting and stuff. But anyways, as we go along, you'll kind of see that like, even though it's haunted and dilapidated, things are kind of put together. You know what I mean? Like this dining table is like set up. Like there's literally like dining, like place settings set up. And I think like the ghosts are probably like keeping things running or keeping the house like intact. Maybe it's like a house that's frozen in time because of like it's being haunted or something. I don't know. But just let me know what you guys think in terms of what happened here. More little family photos on the wall. Who are these people? What happened to them? Let's solve this mystery together. And we're almost about done with the dining room, and now we're going to move on to the living room. I really liked like the color coding of these rooms. I like just like changing the color in each room that you entered to like get a different vibe. But this one, it's blue, so we got a blue room here. It's a little bright for me, actually, so we actually do take out some of these top lights to make it a little bit darker in here, because the blue is just looking a little bit too vibrant, so we do dull it down a little bit by taking out some lights. But we got this big old fireplace. Who is that man in the portrait? Who is he? What did he do? What is his relationship to the ghosts here? I don't know. Let me know. But yeah, little details, little candles. You can see that green stuff on the floor again. Who knows what that is? It's either mold or ghost goo or, who knows. We got a rug we're gonna put in, just like all our, standard living room stuff. I had a lot of fun decorating this, you guys. I feel like I really pushed myself in terms of color palette, because like my instinct in terms of doing a haunted house would probably definitely be like going with like all blacks and dark purples and reds and stuff, but I challenged myself and I was like, let's like make it colorful and fun. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I don't know. I just feel like I really pushed myself here, and I don't know. I'm surprised with myself, and I'm very satisfied. I hope you guys feel the same way. If you hate this haunted house, I apologize. It definitely would not be for everybody. I know some people don't like haunted houses. When I was a kid, I was absolutely afraid of going into haunted houses. Not like real like houses that were, abandoned, but like, those ones that your, high school would set up where you could, go into one of those. I never went in because I was always such a scaredy cat, but now I am a horror movie lover and I love stuff like that. So character growth, I've changed. I like it now. But this haunted house, I probably wouldn't go into because it definitely has real ghosts and I am not messing with that. But we got some pillows on these couches. We're going to put in some little details here and there. For such a massive build, I actually got quite a bit of detail in, which surprised me, because I've mentioned this before, but when I do massive builds, it's kind of exhausting, like very, very exhausting, because I get build fatigue a lot. And let me know if you guys who are builders, if you guys have any, suggestions as to how to get over build fatigue. But in this one, I actually didn't. I actually got through quite a lot of it in one go, and I felt like I kept the same amount of detail throughout, which I was pretty happy with, But anyways, regardless, let's stop talking about me. Let's talk about the build. So we got, let's see, some more mirrors. There's a lot of mirrors in this build, and I feel like that was definitely intentional on my end, because I feel like mirrors can be a very creepy and disorienting thing, wasn't there that horror movie a while back that was completely mirror based? It was about I think it was called The Mirror or something, I don't know, where a girl looked in a mirror and there's a ghost or something, I don't know. But I feel like mirrors just have something so creepy about them, so you're gonna see a lot of those throughout this build. Anyways, we're in our next room now. This is the library, okay? So we got a library here. you know, this is the kind of library where books are gonna like mysteriously fall off the shelves for no reason, and you're gonna open the book and it's gonna like be exactly turned to the right page that you need to solve a clue. You know, like this is definitely like a mystery, you know, fun ghost library. And then we got a little, you know, seating set up in the middle here. You know, I don't know. This family must have been super, super rich to have like a full-on library in their house. You know. I mean, this is like a full-on manor, so they were definitely a wealthy family. But, you know, who knows what horrible fate befell them? I do not. But we're going to, let's see, cover the rest of these walls, I believe, with more bookshelves. So there's definitely a lot of books here. Maybe they were avid readers. And yeah, there's not much to talk about in this particular room. It's just books, you guys. I love books. I love reading. I need to do more of it, honestly. So if you guys have any book recommendations, please let me know, because I'm always looking. More family photos. Who are these people? What's the mystery? Let's solve it together. And then I'm going to dilapidate the walls a little bit. We're also going to throw in a little chessboard in here, which I thought could be a cute little detail. Like maybe someone, you know, a teenager who broke into this house on a dare. Like they found the chessboard and then like a ghost like starts playing chess with them. So like the pieces like magically move across the chessboard. You know, I thought that would be pretty cool and creepy. And now we're in the kitchen. Honestly, the kitchen was a little bit hard for me, just because, you know, it was just like, it's a very different aesthetic than the rest, because everything's like super regal and like fancy in the other rooms, but it's kind of hard to translate that into a kitchen. And I wanted the kitchen to have its own kind of dilapidated creepiness to it. So we ended up going with these counters and these cabinets that I've used so many times, but I love these counters just because they have like worn out wood, which make them look really old and used, and that was like absolutely perfect for this build. But this kitchen is just like, it's less colorful than the other rooms. It's more black and white, but you know, I still think it ends up working out. And then I actually think we added like a half bathroom on this floor. Like I put in a wall and then I made a little bathroom, but we'll see that in a second. We have a little dining room, or a dining table here. It's more like a breakfast table because we have like a full-on dining room right next door. I don't know why I threw a box in the corner and there's like a skull in the box. I guess this is a little fun, little creepy detail over there. And then we're gonna put in, let's see, more just gross stuff, I guess. I don't know. And back here is our little bathroom, like I said. It's the only bathroom on this floor. Big house, only one bathroom here. And I didn't spend a lot of time in this bathroom because you guys know me, bathrooms are not my favorite thing to do. But look how gross these walls look. I added like all these little like wall grossness things. I don't know what you call them, like little wall decals of grossness. And I feel like it definitely, you know, adds to the whole dilapidated feeling of the house. And in this little corner here, we're just going to decorate the shelf with some plates. I feel like it definitely, if someone broke into this house, the ghost would like start like throwing plates at them from the shelf. So it's like the perfect, you know, plate arsenal for the ghost. And then over here, we're just going to throw in a little radiator. And that is it for the first floor. Let's move on to the second floor. I did this in 2 parts, honestly, like in real life, because I was getting so exhausted. But splitting up the builds usually helps me, you know, finish, you know, in a reasonable pace and, you know, keep the same amount of detail throughout. This is that long hallway I was talking about. It's got a mirror at the end, so while you're walking down, like, you see yourself, like, walking down as well. I don't know, I just feel like that'd be just such a creepy situation to be in for some reason. I don't know why hallways kind of freak me out a little bit. Like, whenever I was younger, if I was at a hotel or something, I get so scared walking down the hallway alone. I don't know if that was just me. Maybe it's a claustrophobia thing, or maybe it's just like the idea that there's so many doors and you don't know what's behind them. I guess it just creeps me out a little bit. So this is our first little room. We got a little creepy abandoned nursery. Something really bad happened to this baby. I'm so sorry. But this is definitely not a suitable environment for a child. And then in this room here, we're gonna throw in a little bedroom. So maybe there was like another child here, maybe this is like a guest bedroom or a teenager's bedroom or something like that. We keep it pretty simple. I think we just throw in a wardrobe and a side table. Yeah. I didn't honestly, like I said, I thought a little bit about the backstory behind this, but I didn't think too into character. I kind of want to leave that more up to you guys about who these people could be. you know, and I feel like you guys are gonna have such good ideas, so I kind of left it a little bit generic, so you guys can really like, you know, go free with your minds about, you know, what happened here and what the mystery is. So there's just another little bedroom here, and then this is the room with the ladder that goes up to the attic. So I just kind of kept this room like pretty basic. It's kind of more like a storage room. And then we're gonna move into one of the main 2 bedrooms. So there's a big bedroom on the right here, the blue one, and there's a big bedroom on the left, which is the yellow one. So this one I imagine would be the parents' bedroom. And let's see, we're just gonna kind of do the same thing that we always do with bedrooms. It's gonna be bed, rug, you know, bookshelves. They're big readers, I guess. A lot of bookshelves in this house. And then we're gonna put in, let's see, I don't quite remember. A bench, I guess, is what I'm looking for here. Oh yeah, just like something to stick on the end of the bed, and then we're gonna put in a knight in armor. I added like 2 or 3 knights throughout this build, and I thought that the knight suit would be pretty cool if they were like, again, possessed by a ghost, and then the ghost can like attack people in the knight suit, you know? I guess honestly, another inspiration for this house would definitely be Scooby-Doo, now that I think about it. Like, I was definitely like subtly in the back of my mind inspired by, you know, the hijinks of the Scooby-Doo, you know, scary houses, you know. But please let me know if you guys see like my inspirations in this build, because I was definitely trying to emulate those kind of like fun, you know, spooky feelings throughout, and I hope I was successful in that. And yeah, anyways, we're almost about done with this bedroom. We're gonna throw in some more family photos, some more mysteries to solve, and then we're gonna, let's see, what are we doing now? Oh yeah, okay, we're gonna move on to the left bedroom. This one, I don't know who this is for. Maybe there's like, I don't know, maybe they have like an aunt or an uncle or like some other family member living here. But this room, when you walk in right away, has like a whole bunch of bookshelves and a little bit of an office space. So whoever was in this room, I kind of like the idea that they were a writer, you know, because they have all these books here and they have like this typewriter. So they were definitely someone who was consumed by writing, you know. Maybe, I don't think this would be like a Shining situation, you know, if you guys ever seen The Shining. But I don't know, I just had the idea that that person could be a writer. Anyways, we're gonna move on to, yeah, the back bedroom now. And we're gonna put in, again, just a bed. It's pretty basic, pretty simple. I really like how it's all color coordinated though. I really like how every room has its own like color theme. We have another knight in shining armor there, and another mirror, because mirrors are just eternally creepy. And then we are going to move upstairs to the attic, which we finished up pretty quickly because I was getting pretty tired of this build, because I just get build fatigue sometimes. But I am very, very happy with how it turned out. I do wish I made this attic just a little bit more full, but honestly, I don't think I had enough like attic like CC, to be honest. I think I need more. But, you know, it's fine. We just have like boxes and chests, and there's definitely a lot of mysteries up in this attic to be found. But, you know, we'll see. We're gonna throw in, let's see, anything else? Like a chest, I think. Yeah, just like some random table in the center there. And yeah, that is the build. That is our haunted manor. Please check out part 1 if you're curious as to, you know, how I did the exterior. And please let me know what you think of this. You know, if it looks like a spooky, adventurous place. That is definitely the vibe I was going for. You know, Luigi's Mansion, you know, Haunted Manor, Disneyland, and obviously Scooby-Doo a lot. So let me know if you guys are getting that vibe through this. And again, I'm so excited to see what you guys think about what the backstory is, you know? I feel like there's so many different ways, you know, so many different directions you could go in here, and you guys are so creative, so I'm really excited to see what you guys come up with. Anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.